Hi, this is the third video on data sufficiency. Topic to be discussed is inequalities and absolute value. Um, Kindly solve the worksheet first and then come on to this video for explanations. Let's begin. Is x minus 1 greater than 0? So there are two ways to solve this question. Yeah. Method 1 is x minus 1 greater than 0. All right. They're questioning, is x minus 1 greater than 0? So we can restructure this as x is x greater than y, correct? We add y on both sides, so this is what we get. Right, first statement. Minus 6 less than x less than 9. Okay, it doesn't tell us anything about y, so with that statement alone, we don't know whether x is greater than y, right? So A out, so D out. Now, statement B, 0 less than x plus y is less than 15. So we can, if we take the statement on its own, then we can have 114 and 14 1. So is x greater than y? We can say no and yes. So therefore, B is also out. Yeah. Now that we have to take both statements together. Yeah. So for the first statement, minus 6 less than x less than 9, we'll try and simplify it further by adding 6 on both sides. So when we add 6 on both sides, this is what we get. Correct? Now when you compare this with the statement B, we realize that y is 6. Right? Now, if y is 6, right, then x could be 9, x could be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, anything. As long as they add up to something which is, so it can't be 9, obviously, because 9 and 6 is 15. It's saying it's between 0 and 15. So it could be anything, right? As long as the addition of x plus y, the sum of x plus y is between 0 and 15. Correct? So in this situation, x is greater than y. Yes. In this situation, x is less than y. So is x greater than y? No, if it's 4. Yes, if it's 8. So taking both statements together also is not giving us the answer. Therefore, the answer is E. Okay. Right. Now, method 2, right, is trying to get to x minus y. Okay. So it is somewhat like this. So we know that A doesn't work and B doesn't work on its own, correct? Yeah. So in method 2, it is similar to this. I'll just work it out quickly. So we know that A doesn't work, B doesn't work. I'll start with C, okay, directly. So with C, yeah, minus 6 less than x less than 9, yeah. So we simplify it and we add 6 and throughout, so we get 0 less than x plus 6 less than 15. And therefore we know that, y is 6, correct? Therefore y is 6. Yeah, because when we compare this with the statement B, yeah, we get y as 6. All right. Right. Once we get y as 6, we go back to the first statement. Yeah. And we subtract y throughout, which is 6 throughout. When we subtract 6 throughout, we get minus 12. Yeah. We get x minus 6, which is you can consider as x minus y, correct? And we get 3 out here. So consider this to be as good as minus 12 less than x minus y less than 3. And so when you look at the question, is x minus y greater than 0? So with x minus y greater than 0, we can get values like, minus 11. We can get 0, 1, 2 also, right? minus 10, minus 9 also. All the values between minus 12 and 3 we'll get for x minus y. So is x minus y greater than 0? Yes. Yes, if it is 1, 2. Yeah. No, if it is negative. Yeah, got it. So that's method 2. Okay, right. So basically a yes no situation. So answers E again. Yeah. Okay, moving on to question number 2. So mods. So remember this video is for advanced learners, so you should be able to solve the mod. So is x less than 0? Yeah. So first statement is mod of x is 6. So therefore x is plus minus 6. So is x less than 0? Yes, if it is negative 6. No, if it is positive 6. So A is out. Statement B, root of x square is 36. So root of x square is 36. That means root of 36 is 6, right? And therefore we know that x square is 36 because this is taking the place of x square. So we know x is plus minus 6. So again, we got plus minus 6 in the first statement, plus minus 6 in the second statement. So B is also giving us yes and no situation. Is x less than 0? Yes and no. Yeah. And when we take both together also is giving us plus minus 6, plus minus 6. So again, it's giving us a yes and no situation. So the answer is E again. Okay. Third question. Okay. Is x equal to 9? So we take the first statement. Mod of x is less than 6. So to solve this, we first take it equal to 6. So we know on a number line, x is minus 6 and 6. And since it is lesser than 6, it will be empty circle. Okay. Shaded circle out here would mean including minus 6 and 6. So it is an empty circle, right? So the values that we get for x is between minus 6 and 6. So it's a definite no. Is x equal to 9? A definite no, because we know it's between minus 6 and 6, so it's not equal to 9. Right? Now, with the second statement, so B, C, and E is gone. We know it's either A or D. Second statement is root of x square. So again, we equate it to 6. So we know that root of 36 is 6. So x square is 36, right? This is taking the place of x square. So x is plus minus 6. So what we do is we put minus 6 and 6. And this time it's greater than. So when it's greater than, it's on the outside like this. So x is less than minus 6, x is greater than 6. Yeah. Having said that, so is x equal to 9? Maybe and definitely no out here. So we're getting two answers. Yes, maybe, and no. So B is not answering. But A is definitely giving us a definite no. Therefore, D is out. A is the answer. Are you with me? Yeah. Okay. Fourth question. Is x greater than 10? So we look at the first statement. Mod of x is 10. So therefore x is plus minus 10. So is x greater than 10? If x is 10, is x greater than 10? X is equal to 10. So is 10 greater than 10? No. If x is minus 10, is minus 10 greater than 10? No. So we have two answers for x, minus 10 and positive 10. And when we ask ourselves, is x greater than 10? In both the cases, we get a no. So A answers. A answers. So it's either A or D. Correct? Now, root of x square is equal to 10. So we know that root of 100 is equal to 10. So x square takes the place of 100, right? So x square is 100. So x is plus minus 10. So out here, we have again a no situation, right? Plus 10 is plus 10 greater than 10? No. Is minus 10 greater than 10? No. So out here also we are getting a no, definite no. So each individually is saying a definite no. So D is the answer. 4D. Got it? All right. Fifth question. What is the value of x? So first statement tells us x minus 3x plus 4 bracketed is equal to 0. So we know from the first statement that x is either 3 or negative 4. Only when x is negative 4 or 3, that product becomes 0. Correct? But what is the value of x? Is it 3 or negative 4? We have two answers. Therefore, A doesn't answer. Correct? We look at B statement. B statement tells us it is x is 2, x is negative 4, and x is negative 5. We got three answers. So B also doesn't tell us a definite answer. Now, when we look at both the statements together, yeah, the solutions we got for A and B, the common one is negative 4. And hence, when we take both statements together, we got a definite negative 4 as a value for x. Got it? So C is the answer. Yeah. Okay. Question 6. Is x equal to 3? So first statement tells us x is x square minus 5x plus 4 is greater than 0. So the way to solve is equal to 0. And then find out the factors. Factors are minus 4 and minus 1. Yeah. Which will add up to negative 5 and multiply to positive 4. So on the number line, we know the values are 1 and 4. Right. And since it is greater than 0, right, it will be on the outside since it's greater than 0. So is x equal to 3? Now we know that the values of x it's taking is greater than 4, yeah, and lesser than 1, or you can say lesser than 1. And none of them have positive 3 in it, right? So a definite no we are getting out here. Is x equal to 3? No. X is greater than 4 and x is lesser than 1. So we know that for a fact that x doesn't lie. X is not there in this range that we've got. So is x equal to 3? No. It is anything lesser than 1 and anything greater than 4, but not 3. So the values it doesn't have is 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the values. It's x is not these values. So is x equal to 3? No. Correct? Yeah. So A answers. So B, C, and E is gone. It's either A or D. Okay. Second statement. Mod of x is greater than 3. So if it's greater than 3, to solve it, we first take it equal to 3. And so we know that x is negative 3 or 3. And if it's greater than 3, then we know it's on the outside and not on the inside. Yeah. So the values that x cannot take is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. These are the values x cannot take. Other than these, all are the values of x. So is x equal to 3? Right? Is x equal to 3? So no, because x is greater than 3 or x is lesser than minus 3. Yeah. Lesser than minus 3. Correct? So it doesn't have, x cannot take these values. Correct? And since it cannot take these values, is x equal to 3? No. X is anything greater than 3, anything lesser than minus 3. Got it? Yeah? Okay. Right. So again, a definite no. So 6 is D. It's giving us a definite answer. Okay. Right. I mean, it's giving us each alone is answering a definite no. That's what I'm saying. Question 7. Okay. Is x equal to negative 3? So again, we got a inequality, quadratic inequality. So we equate it to 0 and solve for the factors. So we know it is 8 and minus 1 because that will add up to positive 7 and multiply to negative 8, right? So on the number line, we got negative 8 and positive 1, and it's less than, so it will be in between, right? Not including negative 8 and 1. So is x equal to negative 3? So out here, we have values negative 7, negative 6, negative 5, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and 0. These are all the values that x can take, right? Right. So is x equal to negative 3? It could be yes also, maybe, or it could be no also, right? If it's negative 6, then no. If it's negative 3, then yes. Correct. So out here, it's a yes no situation. So first statement doesn't answer, right? So A and D goes. Second statement, x square is equal to root of 81. And we know root of 81 is 9. If x square is 9, then we know that x is plus minus 3. So is x equal to negative 3? Yes and no. If it's plus 3, then no. If it's negative 3, then yes. Got it? So yes and no situation. So we know that B also doesn't answer. Now when we take both statements together, yeah, the only common value that we have is negative 3. 3 is not out here, right? The only common value between A and B, this is for values of A and this is values of B. So the only common value we have is 3. So is x equal to negative 3? Yes. When we take both statements together, we get a definite yes. Is x equal to negative 3? Yes. That's the only common value that we get. And hence the answer is C for the seventh one. Moving on. Question 8. Right. What is the value of x if x is an even integer? So first statement says x is less than equal to 2. So to solve this, we equate it to 2 and we get x as minus 2 and 2, which we put it on the number line. And now since it's less than equal to 2, then remember so far we were putting empty circles. Now we will shade them. We'll shade them. Why? Because x mod of x is less than equal to 2. It means the values that x can take are negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. These are the values that x can take. Now, if x is an even integer, what is the value of x if x is an even integer? So out here, there are three even integers, negative 2, 0, and 2. Correct? Yeah. So we don't know which one. So we don't have a definite answer. So A is gone, D is gone. Second statement says x minus 1 is less than equal to 1. Correct? Now, we treat it as x minus 1 is equal to 1 first. And to solve this, we treat it like that. So therefore, we know x is either 0 or x is 2. Because when x is 0, it gives us mod of, you know, mod value is equal to 1. Yeah. And when x is 2, we get mod value equal to 1 again. So again, we got a range of 0 and 2. And since it's less than equal to 1, all the values between 0 and 2 will work. So the solutions are 0, 1, and 2. So out here we have again two even integers. X is an even integer, so two even integers. So we don't have a definite value. What is the value of x? It's 0 and 2. We don't know which one. So B also doesn't answer. Now when we take both statements together, now this is the answer for A, this is the answer for B. Now when we take both statements together, there are two common values, 0 and 2. So taking both statements together also, we only eliminated negative 2, but yet we have 0 and 2 with us. So we don't know which one of the 0 and 2 is the value of x. So taking both statements together also is not answering, therefore E is the answer. Okay. 9. What is the value of integer x? Integer x. So mod of x, first statement, the way we solve this is we take mod of x equal to 3. So we get x is equal to negative 3 and positive 3. And it's less than empty circle like that. Got it? Yeah. Okay. So hang on, let me just go back. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I shaded it. Yeah, that's it. All right. Yeah, and this is not, is this saying less than, not less than equal to. So we don't include -3 and 3. All right. All the values between -3 and 3 are the values of x from the statement A. So we have -2, -1, 0, 1, and 2. Right. It says that x is an integer. So what is the value of integer x? So there are 5 values we have. We don't know which one. So statement A doesn't answer. A doesn't answer, D doesn't answer them. Okay. B, mod of x minus 4 less than 3. So first what we do is we equate it to 3. When we equate it to 3, we get x as 1 and x as 7. 7 minus 4 gives us 3. 1 minus 4 is -3. Mod of that is 3. And again, it's lesser than, so it is between them. So the values that we have is 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? Integer values of x. So again, we don't know which one it is. So B is out. Taking both together, the only common value is 2, correct? Taking both together, the only common value is 2. Therefore, C is the answer. With C, we get a definite value of x. What is the value of integer x? X is 2. So C is the answer. Yeah. And finally, the last question. Find the integer value of x if -4 less than x is less than 5. Okay. So from the first statement, we know that x is either 7, yeah, or x is 3. But that is when we equate it to 0. And that's how we solve it, right? We have to equate it to 0 to solve the inequality so that we get our limits 3 and 7, right? When we have 3 and 7 is equal to 0, but it's lesser than 0, therefore it will be in between, right? So the values that x can take is 4, integer value, right? Integer value of x is 4, 5, 6. These are the three values we get, integer values of x, because the limit is 3 to 7. Also, they've given us something if -4 less than x less than 5. So -4 less than x less than 5 is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Correct? So 4, 5, 6. From A, we got 4, 5, 6. Already given in the information is this. So only common value is 4. Correct? Yeah. So find the integer value of x if this is the case. If that is the case, then the integer value of x is 4. We get a definite answer with A. A answers. So it's either A or D. Okay. Right. Now, statement 2. X square is lesser than 16. So we solve it as equal to 16. When x square is equal to 16, x is plus minus 4. So on the number line, we have -4 and +4. And then those are the limits. And in between those limits, because it's lesser than, right? So all the values between -4 and 4 is -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So there are too many values of x, right? And again, the limit is -4. This is the limit. This is the limit already given in the question stem. And this is we found from B. So there are -3 to 3. All the values are coming in. From statement B, we are not getting a definite value for B. Correct? So B is not answering because there is this also and this also. So there are, you could say, 7 values that we are getting for x from statement B. Correct? So therefore, only A answers. A is the answer. And that's it, guys. Uh, Full review of inequalities will be in a different channel. So it will be given in the description of this video, which channel you need to go to and which playlist also you need to go to. Right? Playlist is will be mentioned. If it's not mentioned, you'll have to search a playlist. Yeah. Um, right. So I'll probably mention it. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.